Boxing is one of humanity's oldest and purest tests of skill, willpower, and endurance, a sport that has evolved across civilizations, shaped cultures, and defined champions. Long before bright lights and sold-out arenas, boxing began in ancient worlds carved from stone and sand. The earliest evidence reaches back more than 5,000 years to Sumerian carvings in Mesopotamia, where two fighters stand with their fists raised. Similar scenes appear in ancient Egypt around 1350 BCE, showing that long before it was formalized, boxing was already a symbol of strength, preparation, and survival. The sport took its first major step toward organized competition in ancient Greece. There, boxing became an official event of the Olympic Games in 688 BCE. Fighters wrapped their hands with strips of soft leather called hemantes, designed mainly to protect the knuckles. Greek boxing was a relentless contest with no rounds, no weight classes, and no time limits. Two men fought until one could no longer continue. Despite its rawness, it was a respected athletic discipline, one that laid the foundation for the competitive spirit we still recognize today. When the sport moved to ancient Rome, it transformed into a brutal spectacle. Romans took the Greek handwraps and replaced them with metal-studded gloves known as the cestus. These turned fights into gladiatorial combat where contestants often battled to the death. Over time, this extreme violence helped contribute to the decline of boxing as the Roman Empire collapsed, and for centuries afterward the sport largely disappeared from the historical record. Boxing re-emerged in 17th century England, evolving into what became known as bare-knuckle boxing. This was a raw, unregulated form of combat, with no gloves, no standardized rules, and very few limits. Fighters could grapple, throw, and strike a downed opponent. It was tough, chaotic, and sometimes deadly. In 1743, champion Jack Broughton introduced the first formal rules aimed at protecting fighters, including banning strikes to a downed man and implementing a 30-second recovery count. These early standards marked the beginning of boxing's shift from street level brawling toward a more structured sport.